You know, many of you guys know where this park is at. The lovely, lovely, amazing Triple Mill Park. Yes, yes, an ideal park to get ready for a marathon. Ideal park. I just finished up 5 miles, started from scratch with this marathon. I tell you guys all the time, please remember, it doesn't matter when you start, is that you get started. And one thing you always want to do is start off slow. So even though I am a experienced runner, I never just get out here and just go full speed, full throttle, especially on that first mile. So remember, that first mile is more like a warm-up mile. And once you finish that warm-up, I promise your body will feel so much better. It becomes the flow. So remember, long distance running is totally different from sprinting. Sprinting is you give it everything all at once, one big girth strength out. You don't do long distance running like that. It's the total opposite. So if you ever look at how a marathon runner gets ready and how they look when they're running compared to a sprinter, totally different spectrums. So if you're not experienced with running, always start off slow, slower than you even feel like. Even when you think you want to go faster, don't, especially at first mile. Your body is like a car. It wants to have a rhythm, especially when you drive in long distance. If you're going from Georgia to, let's say, South Carolina, you want that car to ride the consistent speed, in a consistent speed. One, it helps with gas mileage, right? It's the same thing with your body. When you're doing long distance running, you want to find that rhythm and that pace that sustains you throughout the run, so you don't have any peaks or valleys. That's the objective to long distance running. It's not how fast you go unless you're doing something short sprints. Now, when I consider long distance, for me, in its relative terms, I consider anything over 4 miles. Anything over 4 miles, I consider that long distance. The industry standard, anything over, I think 3 miles, starting at 3 miles, can be considered long distance running. Whatever you at, you know yourself better than I do. I leave you guys with that. Find you a place, find you some music. Is that going to keep that pace? Nothing that just overwhelming, that keeps you dancing. You don't want something that starts you dancing. I promise you, with long distance. I love some Beyonce, some Rihanna, you name it. I love the dance beats, but for me, it's the worst thing to do when I'm doing long distance. So today, for example, I listened to the album Stephanie Gersinger. She's a spiritual worship album, and it just keep that awesome pace that got me through it. It's no ups and downs, it's just a consistent pace. Listen to the entire album that got me through it, kept my pace, kept my breathing right. And speaking of breathing, when you're running, you want to breathe in your mouth and even out your mouth. For me, I have a lot of issues with lungs, so I'm trying to always keep my mouth open, breathing in through the mouth and out, because when you're running, you need more oxygen. It's not breathing in your nose and out your mouth. That's more for aerobics classes. You can get away with that. But with running, if you find it difficult to run, I encourage you to breathe in the mouth and out. Leave you guys with that. I'm gonna finish up, do some stretching, go home, do restoration and recovery. And what that is, ice these legs and compression therapy. If you don't know nothing about it, check some of my videos out in which I talked about that. It is so important to, after these runs, to make sure you recover and restore. And then I'm gonna watch some football, of course. Until next time, guys, God bless. Spiritual Watering Sunday. Enjoy.